Fallout New Vegas, getting started. This is part 3 of my series about how I usually get started before I actually continue onward throughout the game. Alright, we're at the Grub-N-Gulch. Now just a little briefing. We started at Goodsprings, worked our way south, then north, skipped Sloan, went to Hidden Valley, went up past Neil's shack, and then kind of scurried around here and made it about here. I mentioned that you can go to the 188 if you wish. That couldn't hurt. There's no enemies really around there. You go south, you'll deal with fire ants, but that's pretty far. Like, that's a ways. I don't know why you would go there, but well, right now, anyways. Then again, why would you go over here? So I guess I can't really say anything about that. All right, so we made our way to the Grub-N-Gulch with barely any action. I'd say that's pretty excellent. I say so myself. As I'm showing you guys, it is possible at like level 1 from the beginning of the game to come all the way up here without many issues. Now we're gonna work our way up to the Gunrunners, which is the Golden Point. Alright. You could go that way, and you'll deal with fiends, and you can pick up their loot. But really, this is about the quickest, easiest, least stressful way to get to the golden section of the map, which is Northern Vegas, where the Gunrunners are, the Vegas Strip, Freeside. Believe it or not, Freeside is a golden area to some people. Crimson Caravan, and the Clinic. Doesn't really matter which way you go around this fenced off area. There's usually no enemies by it anyways, so that stuff does not matter. Now I'm going to show you guys some really good loot very early in the game. So around this point you'll probably be still level 1, possibly 2. One of my little pit stops is Dorable Dun Sacked Caravan. And once you find out why that's one of my main pit stops before hitting the Gunrunners, you'll just completely understand. End of story. Sometimes, very rarely, you can run into some golden geckos. The young ones, they're not too bad. The adult ones, they're a different story. I mean, they're not horrible or nothing. They're definitely a lot easier to deal with than half the stuff that you dodge coming this way. Deathclaws, Nightkin, and Super Mutants. then again, just checking, make sure nothing has me spotted. Alright. Here's a little pit stop. Not a checkpoint, just a pit stop. Of course, the checkpoint is at the gun runners. You'll find some Van Graff Thug Corps here that will have the rare black combat armor, not to be confused with the Ranger, NCR Ranger combat armor. Very similar to what I'm wearing. Not to be confused with that. It's just the standard military armor. Yep, it's black. It's what the Van Graffs wear. You can get one that's pretty beat up off of this guy, and one that's pretty beat up off of this guy. So you can either wear the one, which I do, and sell the other, or you can wear the one and repair the other, or you know what I mean, repair them. They'll have, of course, laser rifles, plasma rifles on them. These pile of ashes, they'll have loot on them. This guy right here, he'll have a lever action shotgun with some ammo and leather armor. There's also a fire pit here. Alright, so I don't know how I missed that, but okay. We're learning together here. Learning together. Alright. Maybe I'm learning alone. Anyways, we're almost there. Now, up over here, you may run into a fiend. Take that. For a second there, I forgot where I was going. I got so sidetracked by what was in that mailbox. Yeah, usually around here there's a fiend. Just buy him or herself. Alright, so here's the Crimson Caravan Company, and then over in that direction is the clinic. Right here is one of the entrances to Freeside, which leads to the Strip. And right over here is the Gun Runners. Now, from here, once I get to the Gun Runners, I figure out, get things sorted out here. And then I head to Nellis. And the reason why I go to the Nellis Air Force Base is so I could pick up my M4, which I have here, and the Marksman Carbine. You can find both there. So the only difference is between my M4, which is the Assault Carbine, and the one that's at Nellis is that this one is the Gun Runners edition. So I'm able to upgrade it more. But you do find one, a stock one, that was in the original game release, not the Gun Runners version. Hopefully I made some sense out of that. You find them both in the same room. The Marksman Carbine and the Assault Carbine. You find them both in the same room at the Array Center at the Nellis Air Force Base. Nellis is here, and the Array is here. After I get those two carbines, I get the grenade launcher Thump Thump, I get a few other like grenades and whatever else, the mini nukes or whatever, then I go to Northern Passage, I do what I need there, I get my 1911, I got my survivalist rifle, do what I need there, and then finally I move on and start playing the game as I would normally. And that right there is how I get started. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed.